thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
Fortunate and blessed are we to be co-inhabitants with the amazing animals that grace and colour our planet. In countless beneficial ways, they add beauty and joy to our lives. Their nobility through unconditional love, loyalty and heroic life-saving actions is a constant source of wonder and inspiration. What would our world be like without our fun and intelligent animal friends? We simply could not imagine it. Thanks be to the Providence for all the cherished animals. May we always honour their God-given precious lives as we honour a part of ourselves.
I'm Mira, representing my father's homeland of heritage-rich Lebanon. Beirut and all our people send you best wishes, and that the glorious sun keeps shining into all corners of your life.
I'm Minguk from natural-loving Suncheon, Korea, showering you with praise for your heroic deeds to care for those you love. It's a pleasure to have your company today on Noteworthy News, generous news for a bounteous world.
Generous news for a caring world. Supreme Master Television brings you uplifting news from around our beautiful planet, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our programs can be viewed online at www.suprememastertv.com.
In today's news, Muslim hero saves Christians. Petróleos Mexicanos announces funding for conservation efforts in Mexico. Rescued bat returns to rescuers every night. South Africa's government increases availability of free health services, and Hungary and Kazakhstan strengthen partnership and boost trade. All this and more on Supreme Master Television, your constructive global TV channel.
Muslim man in the Philippines puts life on the line for Christian neighbors. Nuruddin Lukman, a Muslim citizen of the city of Marawi on the island of Mindanao in the Philippines, selflessly and bravely protected 74 civilians who sought refuge in his home amidst armed conflict. He is being saluted as a hero for his May 2017 actions when he housed Christians and Muslims to keep them from harm. Mr. Lukman, who is from a respected political family in the city, had the opportunity to flee to safety. However, he would not abandon his 74 guests, of which 64 were Christians. Despite the difficulties and risks he faced, he stayed in his home with his guests until he was able to devise a plan to escape. On day 12, Mr. Lukman courageously said to everyone, "Say your prayers, I'll say my prayers, and we'll go. God will be with us, and if we live, thank God for that." With heaven's grace, everyone was indeed able to escape safely. Mr. Lukman now lives outside of Marawi, but regularly visits to advise government forces on how to end the conflict. May heaven bless you, Nuruddin Lukman, for your selfless act of bravery and your love without boundaries. May peace soon return to Marawi and all her citizens. Coming up, Mexican government contributes to conservation efforts in La Candona jungle. We'll just go and sit in the park and give thanks for the beautiful trees. More splendid news coming up on Supreme Master Television.
Hello, I'm Angelo, the elusive great-crested grebe, one of the stars of Supreme Master Qinghai's #1 international bestseller, The Noble Wilds. I enjoy an animal-free diet. Today, I have a tip on how to stay cool and hydrated during warm weather. Fill your water bottles to a third full and lay them on their sides in the freezer. When you need cold water, take one bottle out and fill the rest of it with water. The larger ice surface will melt quicker while keeping your water chilled for a long time. Thank you for your attention. Thanks and love you so much for being veg and going green to save the planet for yourselves and all co-inhabitants. Now, the worldwide weather.
Lacandon Jungle receives conservation funding. Home to pristine waterfalls, impressive Mayan ruins, and approximately 200,000 Mayan descendants, the Lacandon Jungle is losing ground to deforestation. Data shows that of the rainforest, which expands through the Mexican state of Chiapas to Guatemala and Yucatan Peninsula, only 10% remains free of human disturbance. Local groups who have been working towards preserving the forest through ecotourism and various conservation projects recently received welcomed announcement from Petróleos Mexicanos. The state-owned petroleum company will contribute $1.4 million every year towards the conservation of the jungle. In a visit to the area, Mexico's Secretary of Environment and Natural Resources, Rafael Paquiano Alaman, also offered an additional $600,000 to the $5 million that the Mexican government had previously delivered to the cause, saying that the money will benefit 56 different reserves, boasting some of the greatest biological diversity in the world. Bravo, Petróleos Mexicanos and the Mexican government, for your generous contribution towards the preservation of this precious rainforest. May the concerted efforts of the Mexican people help ensure the protection of the wondrous Lacandon jungle for many future generations.
Rescued bat returns for nightly rendezvous. Animals Lebanon received an email from an anonymous life-loving hero about a baby bat who is tiny, alone, weak, and unable to use her wings properly. The animal rescue organization soon had the little bat brought to a specialized vet who cared for her until she was ready for her next stage of rehabilitation with a loving foster family. Luna, as she was named, could not fly yet, but loved to climb, so the family let her use their hands and arms for climbing practice. Before long, Luna took her first flight and was soon released to nature. However, to the family's astonishment, Luna returned the next night and the night after that, and in fact every night since. She now has her own little house at her foster family's place, with food and water waiting for her whenever she returns. Thank you, Rescue Hero, Animals Lebanon, Foster Family, and Sweet Luna, for this wonderful example of interspecies love. May all animals be respected and protected with heaven's grace.
Up next on Noteworthy News, officials from Hungary and Kazakhstan meet to discuss systems that support budget planning. We'll sing a short hymn to thank God for our life-giving world. More hopeful news coming up on Supreme Master Television.
Welcome back to Noteworthy News, sharing news for a prosperous world.
Free health services offered in South Africa. For over 20 years, South Africa's government has been increasing the availability and quality of free basic medical care for all, including for those with the least material advantages. Programs include the creation of over 500 new clinics, with over 2,000 additional updated, the upgrading of hospitals, and more. Also, the primary school children feeding plan serves 4.7 million youngsters, ensuring adequate nutrition leading to improved attendance and academic accomplishments. Furthermore, there are 6 campaigns focused on various aspects of working to stop AIDS and helping those who already have the disease. Other efforts include decreasing the effects of malaria and increasing the number of doctors. Our sincere thanks, South Africa. May heaven bless all your citizens to flourish in health and happiness.
Hungary and Kazakhstan boost bilateral cooperation. Members from the Hungarian and Kazakhstan Treasury Departments met to discuss experiences, practices, and information systems that support budget planning. Deputy State Secretary of the Hungarian Ministry of Economy, Abel Bredszik, stated his government is willing to share its successful treasury operating procedures and highlighted that a system that meets the challenges of society is paramount for the implementation of budget policy. The strengthening ties between the nations has led to a triple increase in trade in the first 6 months of this year compared to the corresponding period last year. Kudos, Hungary and Kazakhstan. May your two great countries enjoy peaceful and prosperous relations for years to come.
Let's enjoy some humor with a joke entitled Fire.
A guy calls the fire department and yells excitedly, "You have to come now! There's a fire!" "Okay, sir, but please tell us how to get to you." The man asked, puzzled, "What? You don't have them big red trucks anymore?"
Thank you for spending time with us on Noteworthy News.
May the illuminating light of God shine on you and your loved ones.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/NWN.